Welcome. Poetry changes lives. Poetry meets history every day of the year with a thought for the day thrown in my little book. Here it is. This is the paperback version. There's a hardback version as well. And poetrychangeslives.com is the website where you can read all about it and buy the book if you want to as well. It makes a very nice present, in my humble opinion. Well, on this day in 1788, George Gordon, Lord Byron, was born. Mad, bad and dangerous to know, as one of his ex-lovers, Lady Caroline Lamb, famously summed him up. But actually, I think there was more to Byron than that. But he was a serial philanderer. There are many biographies written about Byron and various accounts of people meeting him, and they all tend to have sentences where they list a large number of people: friends, family, school friends at Harrow, servant girls, close relations, and they all end with whom Byron had an affair. They were just endless. They included his half-sister, the poet Shelley, other men's wives. It just went on and on. Nevertheless, he died in Greece. He'd gone to ostensibly fight for to help the Greeks fight for their freedom against the Turkish Ottoman Empire. And though he died of a fever, he was very prepared to go out and fight. He was a great supporter of the rights of man and the likes of the French Revolution and that sort of thing. He wasn't just a libertine. He actually had some very high-minded ideals. And he was also a very good poet, in my view. Very, very good poet. His emotions come through in so many ways, and his imagery too. He wrote this, one of my favorite poems, after going to a ball in London where he met a very beautiful lady who had recently been widowed and was wearing black. Her hair was dark and she had diamonds in her hair and on her dress, and it must have been a beautiful sight in the candlelight. Byron fell in love and went home that night and wrote this beautiful poem, She Walks in Beauty. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and night meet in her aspect and her eyes. Thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies, one shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace, which waves in every raven tress, or softly licens o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place. And on that cheek and o'er that brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that glow, but tell of days in goodness spent, a mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent. I just, only Byron could have written that, I think. Other people would have, I don't know, just that first line, she walks in beauty like the night. I would never have dreamt of expressing the sight of a beautiful lady in that way. But I mean, that's neither here nor there, but Byron, that's typical Byron. So beautiful, so unique. Thanks for listening.